So hi and welcome dear tea lovers, and we are on Horeca Expo in Belgium, and together with David Veal, the founder of European Tea Association, and we're lucky to have an interview with him, with David. Please tell your story. How did you start with the association?
I'm not actually the founder, there were some people there before me.
I see.
So basically my background is coffee. I've been in the coffee industry for nearly 40 years now, which is good and bad.
Good experience.
Yes. Latterly, I was privileged to be the executive director of the Speciality Coffee Association of Europe during the years when we really grew into a big influential organisation, following some good work by the founders of that. The association in 2018 joined with the Speciality Coffee Association of America to form the Speciality Coffee Association as it is now, and my contract came to an end then and I left. Very shortly afterwards I went to a presentation by accident from the European Tea Society, as it was then called, saying they wanted to do for specialty tea what the Speciality Coffee Association had done for coffee. They had sort of taken the old coffee vision and mission and crossed coffee out and put tea into it.
I see.
And I thought, well, this is a chance here maybe for me to help them and to help them get going and started. So we joined together, and whilst I still had coffee interests, I started working with tea, specialty tea. And whilst there are many differences between coffee and tea, there are many similarities. And specialty tea is not only about a product, it's about a community, and it's also about aspiration and emotion and passion as well. And so, in fact, you know, the mission for our association is to create and inspire excellence in the coffee community. In the tea community. There you are. In the tea community, and that's through education and innovation and communication and research.
So just also popularize specialty tea, because from my also personal experience, what I see that it's still a big potential on tea market, especially like developing now. What do you see from your perspective?
Actually, there's some amazing potential. Specialty tea is following the trajectory of specialty coffee that we've seen over the past 20-25 years. It's probably 2 decades behind, but there are things happening now in specialty tea. It's beginning to stir, and consumers are beginning to understand that there is more to tea than just a tea bag brewed for 10 seconds with milk and sugar added if you're in the UK. The potential in terms of range of products with specialty tea, especially if you involve or you add into that botanicals and herbals, is amazing. The potential to grow it is there, and I think there's a future for specialty tea way beyond where we are now. We have to put a lot of hard work and inspiration into educating people and inspiring people to experiment.
What is your maybe road tea way? How to say with your own? How do you find the good tea actually? Because I think when you started, you already like switched to tea from coffee, or you still drink a coffee a little, or?
I probably actually always drunk more tea than coffee, even when I was really into coffee. But obviously, in the last 3 years, my taste has broadened. Personally, I have been drawn to oolongs.
I see.
And somebody told me when I shared that with them that specialty coffee people, when they move towards tea, tend to be drawn towards oolongs. Not quite sure why. It's certainly the dark roasted oolongs.
I see. Which is like similar a little bit to coffee and some smell aroma.
Yes, but so as I said, there are similarities and differences. I see. In terms of the association, we are very much on a mission to, first of all, support and promote traditional specialty tea. So, in terms of traditional, I mean, in terms of Oriental, Japanese and Chinese culture and ceremony, but also Western traditional tea ceremony as well, afternoon tea, etc., which are very important. And there's a big market growing now, but we also see new markets possibly emerging. A younger market with people who are willing to experiment with new flavours and sensory experiences and be innovative as well. And so and a big part of that is actually part of the coffee culture.
Yeah.
And so we're challenging baristas really. So we're promoting the concept of the tea barista. We're challenging baristas to be just as skillful and passionate and knowledgeable about tea as they are about coffee.
Yeah, this is actually was also we are developing with a tea bar concept. So you also know, is there in UK any kind of tea bars which is only oriented on tea, or it's how it's developing in the UK?
There isn't in the UK really, and I think even broader than the UK. That one big advantage that coffee had, which tea doesn't have, is that there's a company called Starbucks who 25, 30 years ago created or helped to create a new culture, or, you know, the coffee culture, the modern coffee culture, which specialty coffee then sort of followed in and followed that space, and you know, and so the you know, the cultural part of it, along with espresso-based drinks, really changed the whole landscape of coffee. Now, I don't think there's a Starbucks equivalent about to come along and change the landscape of specialty tea. We have to work harder at it. One thing that tea has that coffee isn't so strong on is the health and wellness side of things, and I believe that if there is a big movement that comes along, it will be based on health and wellness.
I see. So it's one of the groups. From my actually personal experience, I also see that also people who are interested in any kind of Eastern culture, also people, as you said, wellness, and also people who like a value of life, like gourmet people who like to really value their lifestyle, how to say it. So tea can be included as a additional benefit.
That's a really good point actually, because you know, coffee has a lifestyle attached to it, but tea has a different lifestyle attached to it. It has it. So tea, you know, we're talking about the similarities, but actually we must remember that tea is a completely different product. And a lot of the things that go around it, like the lifestyle, are different. Somebody said something quite funny but very interesting to me not that long ago, talking about the differences, and that person said that coffee people are dogs and tea people are cats. And after the humour of that, I sort of thought about it. And I thought that's quite a wise statement actually.
It's about
that describes
specialty
people.
Actually, very, very short and very.
We could have a long discussion just about that very very
the
point.
philosophical aspect.
Yes.
But what I really want to say that I really value your efforts to join. We have more than 400 members, I do believe.
We have about 400 members in 50 different countries in Europe and beyond that, and those members are right through the tea value chain, from producers in traditional countries, also producers in Europe as well, right through to importers, exporters, traders, blenders, tea houses, tea shops, individual educators and consultants,
like tea sommeliers,
tea sommeliers, and tea baristas also.
I see. What is your current plans like for close year? Maybe what you want to improve in the association and maybe do something new?
So a lot of our effort is based on our education program that we're building up, which is based on certification along different modules at different levels to help people go on a journey in their tea education. So tea education is just so important really, because most people don't even know what tea, couldn't define tea. Most consumers can't even define tea, and then when you explain to them what tea is, and that all of the 6 categories of tea come from the same plant, people are amazed by that. So there's a lot of education to be done in the profession as well as to consumer. So that a lot of what we do is based on that. We are a totally inclusive organisation, so we're happy to involve anybody in what we're doing, any person or
as
company.
it was here today, like an exhibition, like all the local vendors came and shared their experience.
Exactly. We also know that as 400 members is quite good in one way, but it only still makes us very small. So as an association we can't do anything on our own, so we're very keen to collaborate with other organisations, and be it other associations or other bodies.
Also with exhibitions like here, also kind of cooperation to promote together the tea. And
yes, indeed. And something else that we feel is very important is research. So we have a research committee which are looking at different things. So tea and health is one of them. Water quality is another one, and we've just had a presentation on water quality by Brita, who are our partners and members. and together we're about to write a white paper on tea quality, water quality.
Well, it's very
and how
important
important
actually.
that is for tea.
Because some people buy good quality tea, but we do not know about water properly. So
no, and as we know, it's 99 point whatever % of the drink is water.
Yeah. So it's still. Yeah, what you can say for potential members on for tea community, like how to join you and.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's very easy to join us. You can do it by.
Just
you can do it
I will leave a comment
through the website.
below.
Through the website, or we can talk and we can invoice people. But what I would say beyond that is that we're getting a little bit of a reputation now. Many people know about us and know what we're doing. Many people don't see that and admire it and agree with it, but don't join us. We need people to join us because we're a membership organisation. We only exist through our members, and we need as many members as we can get who share our values and share our mission and vision and our aspiration to help us actually achieve what we all need to achieve to really make specialty tea become what it can be.
But there's actually, from my perspective, I do believe also, like as you already say, that there's a big potential on the market. I mean, one of my last questions is, what the concept on tea, maybe retail, do you see like have a potential now? What is from your own personal experience? What do you see there is a potential now? For those who want to start a business or to start work with the tea, and you see so many people around the tea, what is your personal view on it?
Okay. Well, firstly, I would bring in a note of caution to people who are thinking of starting a tea business. If it's coming from pure passion and interest, that's great, but it has to also be backed up with business acumen and skills and experience. So, there are many people who are in the tea industry because the speciality, and particularly, this applies to coffee also, who are in it purely because they are passionate about it and they find it really difficult to make a living out of it.
I see.
So that note of caution is it has to be a business.
Yeah, because only passion not works, sadly.
Yeah.
Or you have a different business and you can have some earnings and you can just spend your free time for that. But it's
yes. Beyond that, if what we're saying is true, that there is a big potential for growth in specialty tea, and I do believe it is, then there's room for people to set up new businesses, be it in the retail sector or other parts. So I would encourage people to look at that on proper business footing, because there is a potential for you to grow. And although the economic state of affairs in Europe and around the world is not the best at the moment, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I set my own coffee business up many years ago in a recession, and if you set up a business in a recession, there's an English phrase which is to cut your cloth accordingly, so you only spend what you can afford. And then when times get better, you're in a very strong and healthy position to grow your business. So I wouldn't let the economic situation that we live in now put people off. I would say, do your research, and there are possibilities. I would encourage you to, in a proper way.
Actually, with the crisis, the same with that. We just opened Amsterdam Tea House during COVID, and it was difficult, but we found a little bit cheaper rental, and also now it's almost impossible to find a similar place as we found. And also with other possibilities, we just So
and now your business is doing well. That things are getting better.
It's all going pretty good, and there's an interest in our tea houses concept. So it's also way different from what all doing. But what I love is the tea. But I'm also trying to educate myself that to not look on any member of a tea community not as a competitor, but as a helper. Because now we see what I see that also very big potential, and all the people who present now in the market, all the small businesses, mostly middle class businesses, they're not competitors. We're just building this market, and it can be 10 times more later. So now we just help each other to finally build up this market. So this is also, I believe, it can be a mission of the association itself. So to don't look at each other like, oh, it's a competitor, whatever. To join forces to promote tea in general. So we need some power, because a coffee is a strong opposite thing from my personal experience, and we need to oppose something really monolith, not like a small entities. So which is the thing.
And this is one of the benefits of joining an association. Your competitors become your friends. They still remain competitors, but they are friendly competitors, and we all work together. For the greater good. And in doing that, individual companies and people benefit also.
It also helps, but because anyone, the tea is so different. So if you even source from the same country, from the same region, you have different tea, you have different passion. And what I see that some people like me and they buy from me. Some people don't like me, then buy from others. Not because they have a cheaper tea or better tea, whatever, just because they like them. And this is also brings a lot of personality into consumption, into also daily behavior about tea. So, and the tea enthusiasts, they are often switching, buying a little bit tea rare, a little bit here, and they all the time searching. So I do love what the people who are really passionate, as you said, about tea, they also share something special what they found in China, or even produced by themselves, whatever. So I do believe that this helps to develop a kind of big variety of possibilities, and people can easily share and show the differences. That tea can be super variable, and not only by taste but also ways of presenting, like you say, with baristas who experiment. And people also travel a lot now. Finally, all COVID finished, and they just, okay, let's go to that tea house in this city or this shop in that city and start. I was also passionate about Berlin Tea Festival. You also participating there. Gundega participated there. It was very good community, and I hope that festivals like that will be more, because here is a good exhibition, but we need more tea-focused events, and I do believe it's also a big possibility to. You're right.
Festivals do help engender that community. We've done it a little bit in a small way this week. Amongst our members who've been helping us this week, many of who have met for the first time.
Wow.
You've met people for the first time. There's already been networking happening. You've helped do that, and. So the community is so important. It really does give us all more strength.
Do you plan any tea events, like a festival, whatever?
Am I planning one now, or are we planning one now? No. Are we talking about it? Yes.
But you're preparing.
Is it part of our long-term vision? Absolutely, because I think that can be just such a powerful tool to help us.
I think it can be really a big tool to promote, because as soon as we alone and small entities, we are not so visible. So I do believe that ESTA help us to all the tea market, specialty tea market grew up. So thank you, David. Thank you for interview. I really like to meet you. Hope to meet you someday here in UK.
Indeed, we look forward to working together more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.